Hey, welcome back to another reading. I'm Karen and this is Soul Whispers Tarot. So today's reading is, how does this person really feel about you? What are their deepest feelings for you? So we're going to have 6 sets of cards. Set of cards number 1 is going to be the clear crystal. Set of cards number 2 is going to be the amber. Set of cards number 3 is going to be the amethyst sphere. Set of cards number 4 is going to be the pink crystal. Set of cards number 5 is going to be the purple crystal. And set of cards number 6 is going to be the orange selenite sphere. So if you would like to receive these readings from me every other day, then please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I do release these readings, which at this time is on average every other day. I also do an additional reading every single week exclusively to my email subscribers. So if you would like to receive those as well, then please sign up to those by clicking on the link below this video. So I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the cards. It's perfectly fine to feel drawn to more than one set of cards. You can pause the video right now, but I'll leave a few moments as well. Okay, so let's get started with the reading. So this is set of cards number 1, which is the clear quartz crystal. So in this reading, we're looking into, how does this person truly feel about you? We're going to look at the playing cards, the oracle cards. I have some handwritten postcards with channeled messages on. And then we're going to look at these messages in here as well. Okay, so how does this person truly feel about you at this time? You have the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords. Give me some space right now. Things will change very soon. I'm letting go of the past. Separation. Passion. And then we have these 2 channeled message postcards. The first one says, please find your inner peace. It tears me up to feel that you are hurting. I know that none of this makes sense, but please know that I have always loved you and I always will. I love you very much. And the second one says, it feels like heaven on earth since meeting you. I feel so alive. You take me beyond this lifetime, and I often feel the blissful emotions of past lives that we have shared together. Okay, so how does this person truly feel about you at this time? Well, they see you as a soulmate. This is the 6 of Cups. It's someone that you've known in past lives, and in the traditional tarot, it literally means that. And we also have this postcard here as well, saying you take me beyond this lifetime and I often feel the blissful emotions of past lives that we share together. So I feel like this person is reminiscing about you at this time. It's like they're longing for that emotional connection, that spiritual connection. They may be communicating or trying to get close to you in the 5D, in the higher dimensions, is what I'm feeling. I very much feel like this person is going inwards right now, though. They're trying to find their path forward, because they do have, give me some space right now. But I feel like in the long run, this person is hoping for a reconciliation when the time is right, when you've both healed yourselves. because this is a reconciliation of soulmates. I feel like this person's holding back, and in a way they're being cruel to be kind, because they know that they're not ready, and so they don't want to lead you on. They don't want to come forward and express their emotions to you, because they don't want to get your hopes up before it's the right time. You know, they don't want to disappoint you any more than they may have already done. So there's the Two of Pentacles. They're feeling a lot of struggle at this time because there's two twos here, and these are about making decisions. I feel like this person is kind of living a double life in terms of they're kind of like their old self before the awakening, certain aspects of them, and then they're this awakened aspect as well, and so they're kind of slap bang in the middle, and so they're trying to juggle their life. I feel like this person has a lot on their plate. I feel there's a lot of things that they have to sort out or have to release, and I feel like this is why there's this separation. There's just a lot going on in this person's life, and they have to deal with that. There's karma that they have to heal and release and learn from. But they're trying to still hold you in their heart. They're trying to still keep you in their life in some kind of way, in their thoughts. You're always in their heart. They're always daydreaming about you, is what I'm feeling. But it's like they have to juggle two separate aspects of themselves, like their true heart and then the logical or practical elements that are going on in their life. And that's why there's this Two of Swords as well. This is a crossroads. This is a stalemate. Again, it's like they feel slap bang in the middle of needing to make a decision and they don't know what to do, or it's like in their heart and soul, they want to free themselves from whatever's blocking them so that they can be with you, so they can release a huge weight off their shoulders and be their true self, because they feel like they can be their true self only with you, like you see them for who they truly are. But there's a sense that they feel it's not the right time, and so in a way they're kind of burying their head in the sand. They're kind of laying low. I feel like they're not coming forward because, like I said, they don't want to disappoint you. So that's why they have this give me some space right now card. They need that to go inwards, to process their life, to go through that karma, and likely, you know, you need this time to heal as well. Things will change very soon, and it's to do with this person letting go of the past. So yeah, they're letting go. They're in this process of letting go of the things that aren't serving them, and they're going through those karmic lessons so that they can align more with their true self, with their heart and their soul, which I feel is when they will align with you much more. But right now there is this time of separation, and I feel that it's very much needed. It is like a blessing in disguise. Time apart from your partner who's on the horizon. But they're thinking about you. They didn't want to leave you. He's got his hand on his heart. And there's the like angels above them. So, this had to happen. This was part of the soul contract. They feel a lot of passion for you at this time. Their heart and their soul is singing with joy, because I feel like they are connecting with you in that higher dimension, through the soul, through the telepathy, through your hearts. Please find your inner peace. It tears me up to feel that you are hurting. I know that none of this makes sense, but please know that I have always loved you and I always will. I love you very much. So they're really worried that you're hurting. They didn't want to disappoint you, They feel bad about that, but, that they don't want to hurt you even more by coming forward before they're ready. And it feels like heaven on earth since meeting you. I feel so alive. You take me beyond this lifetime, and I often feel the blissful emotions of past lives that we share together. So yeah, there's definitely a strong element here of this person really feeling your energies. You may be able to feel how they're feeling and vice versa. And they're really feeling this oneness with you on that higher dimensional level. So let's look into these messages here. How are they feeling about you at this time? Scared. They feel like they're scared of this separation. They're scared that they've really hurt you and too much water's gone under the bridge. They're scared that they're not going to have a second chance. They do want a reconciliation in the long run when the time is right. They feel safer in the situationship. That's what they're scared of as well. They're scared of getting too close because they know it's not the right time. So they feel as though they would just only disappoint you if they came forward too soon. And so whatever situation you've got going on right now, they feel that's the safer place to keep your connection in because the time isn't right. You know, they don't want to act prematurely and create more drama. I love you. So yeah, they want you to know that very strongly, and that has come over the postcard as well, that talks about how they've always loved you, they always will. One final message. Chasing. So I feel that they, you know, there may have been running and chasing going on in the past. If you're chasing them, then that's what's making them feel bad, because they want you to know so strongly that they love you, and it's not because they don't love you that there's this separation or they need space right now. It literally is they need to do healing work, and they can't do that if they're focusing on you too much and trying to make things work with you. At this time, they need to focus on themselves and heal the karma that's going on in their life at this time. So please check out my other videos. I've left a link above this video for another video which I feel will really help you, so check that out, and check out my playlists. And if this reading has resonated with you, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell icons and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which currently is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the amber. And this reading is, how does this person truly feel about you? We're going to look into the playing cards, the messages from the divine masculine cards, oracles, and I have some handwritten postcards as well. And then finally, we're going to look into these messages to see how they're feeling about you right now as well. So how are they feeling about you? You have the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Cups in reverse. I express myself differently to you. My heart is broken. I need you. Let your friends help you. Retreat. And these 2 postcards. I'm sorry that I'm running. I'm not running from you. Really, I'm running away from this awakening because it's threatening my ego identity. This is happening on a subconscious level. I want to hold you. I miss you and long for you. I'm constantly thinking about you and fantasize about us being together. I feel so upset sometimes because I need you so much. I pray that we will be together soon. Okay. So, how does this person truly feel about you? I feel as though they have difficulties when it comes to expressing their emotions. They may have difficulties in letting you know how they feel, difficulties in being open and vulnerable. They may see it as like a weakness. This may be some conditioning that they've received from their childhood and society and the people around them, that it's they're afraid that you're going to see them as weak. And I feel this stems from them not feeling good enough, and therefore, they don't want to make a fool out of themselves. So in a way, they're hiding their emotions. But I do feel like they have been trying to express themselves to you, but it may be in a way that's totally different to yours. Like they may have difficulties in being upfront and actually saying how they feel, but they may have tried to hint to you how they feel in different ways, or shown you that they love you through other methods. This just reminded me of that book, which is called something like The 5 Love Languages, which talks about the different ways that people show love. So they may have really been trying to communicate love to you in their own kind of way, but they may feel as though you're not really recognizing that, because they're feeling as though you wanted them to actually say things. But I feel there was a breakdown of communication, because there's my heart is broken, because there has been some misunderstandings going on, is what I'm feeling, which has caused you both to retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I feel like this person's going inwards right now. They're in like isolation. They're in the man cave or the woman cave. I feel like they're licking their wounds. That's what Spirit is saying. I don't normally say that phrase, but that's what's come through to me. Like something's gone wrong, some kind of misunderstanding. And they're feeling kind of foolish is what I'm feeling, because they've tried, Spirit is really showing me that they've tried to get the message through to you that they love you, but they've just really struggled with that. Like that's been a really tough time for them. 10 of Wands. So right now they're feeling a lot of heavy burdens. It's like the weight of what's happened between you both is on their shoulders. I feel like they've been talking to their friends or a specific friend about how to move forward with this. They've been seeking advice. They've been asking and accepting support from their friends around them. It's like they feel really comfortable with their friend. They may have known this person for a long time, but I just get the sense that this person doesn't really allow themselves or allow many people to get close to them, and therefore it's nothing personal. It's like they really want to get close to you, but they have these deep insecurities is what I'm feeling, and it's become this really heavy burden on their shoulders. They may feel as though they literally cannot offer you what you are wanting and needing at this time. Like it feels out of their depth, and that's why they're talking about it lots with their friend. It's almost like they can't stop talking about you to someone in a positive way. And I feel like some of you know that. Some of you know that this person is close to someone that they're seeking advice from. You can just feel it. You can just feel that they're, trying to figure out what to do. There's the 7 of Wands. So yeah, to me this is like defensiveness. This person has really tried to hang in there, you know. I feel like there's been complications due to insecurities. Complications. They may feel as though you're trying to get more from them than what they can offer at this time. Or they may feel like you're trying to speed things up to a rate which they cannot handle. This person needs to go extremely slowly, and anytime they feel like you're getting too close to them or trying to force things, they feel like they're trying to stand their ground. They're trying to kind of push you away to a certain degree, but they don't want to. It's like their fears are pushing you away. They feel as though you're trying to break down their barriers, but they just feel out of their depth. And then there's the Nine of Cups in reverse. So they see you as their dream come true. And they feel like you have seen them in that light as well. And they're really afraid that their walls and their resistance, they're afraid that's, you know, shattered your dreams. And ultimately it's meant that you're going to retreat forever and you're not going to come back. And they're really wanting you to still love them. They're wanting things to work out. But I feel like this person just doesn't know what to do. Like they feel like just totally out their depth. I keep feeling. And their heart is broken because they're trying to express themselves. But they're really struggling with that. And they really feel like they need you. I feel like they need you to a point where they've kind of scared themselves, like they've put so much pressure on themselves and this connection. They have so much hopes and dreams of it working out that it's created pressure for them. And they're worried that they're going to mess it up. And they're worried that you're going to reject them because they messed it up. But ultimately, you know, they may be their worst enemy, their own worst enemy, and kind of preempting things and kind of creating much more complications and troubles for themselves. The kind of things that they're afraid are going to happen is what they're kind of manifesting, is what I'm feeling. I'm sorry that I'm running. I'm not running from you. Really, I'm running from this awakening because it's threatening my ego identity. This is happening on a subconscious level. So their ego identity is like their false kind of persona which they're hiding behind. It's become their safety mechanism in life. You can see beyond that, and I do feel like you're trying to break that down or help them break that down. But they're running from that feeling like naked and vulnerable. I want to hold you. I miss you and long for you. I'm constantly thinking about you and fantasize about us being together. I feel so upset sometimes because I need you so much. I pray that we'll be together soon. So yeah, this person has always loved you, is always longing for you, and always wants to be with you deep down. It's just they're really, really struggling with their fears. I feel like this person may be an introvert, or they just really struggle at letting anyone get close to them. So let's look into these messages. How are they feeling about you at this time? Hiding my feelings, yeah. They don't want to appear vulnerable. They feel like you could crush them at any moment. They don't want to make a fool out themselves. They're trying to hold on to their comfort zone, basically. They may even be trying to hide their feelings from themselves at times just to be able to cope, because I feel like the longing is becoming a bit too much for them at times. Mirrored comfort zones. Yeah, so this message is saying that you're both in comfort zones and you're mirroring each other. There's some kind of situationship or dynamic where you're both afraid to fully open up, even if it doesn't feel that way, even if it just feels like it's this person. There's an important message here for you to think about how this is being mirrored. Healing. So yeah, healing is taking place. They're hoping and praying for the healing of this connection, so that you can have a reconciliation. They're asking their friends for that help on how to do things right, how to have more confidence, how to heal themselves. And one last message, broken heart. So my heart is broken and broken hearts has come out as well. So if you're really needing confirmation that they truly care and that they are kind of heartbroken, then that is definite confirmation. So please check out my other readings. I'm going to leave a link to one above this video, but you can also check out my playlist. I have tons of readings on here about how this person feels, what's going on within your connection, what's going to happen, all things like that. And please subscribe to my channel, tap the bell icon and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is on average every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 3, which is the amethyst sphere. So this reading is, how does this person truly feel about you? So we're going to look into the playing cards. We have the messages from the Divine Masculine cards, some handwritten postcards with channeled messages, and then we're going to look into these messages as well. So how does this person truly feel about you at this time? There's the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. Please listen. I'm making the effort. We're aligning. Pay attention to red flags. Reconciliation. And there's these 2 postcards. I'm sorry I disappointed you. I just couldn't be who you needed me to be at that time. I can see how much work you put in to try and make us work. You deserve better. And I'm praying this is not the end of us. There's so much I still need to say and do. This can't be the end. We are supposed to be together, please. So they're really feeling this deep longing for you, is what I'm feeling. The pay attention to red flags. I feel like there was issues going on, basically. Things that weren't quite right. A lot of fears. Maybe some drama, with the 7 of Swords as well, the pay attention to red flags. I feel there was some kind of deception. Now this can take several different forms. It could literally be someone who was just wearing a mask and hiding their emotions. It could be someone that was lying to you. And I'm noticing this says date. So that's like dating someone, or maybe they went on a date with someone. Maybe for some of you, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that, but there is the 3 of Cups as well, which can sometimes mean a third-party situation. Maybe they hid that from you. The signs are cautioning you. Just looking at the other cards, because there is, I'm sorry I disappointed you. I just couldn't be who you needed me to be at that time. So yeah, it could mean that they were hiding, that they were dating someone else, or it could literally be that they were hiding their true feelings, that they want to date you. They want a reconciliation with the 3 of Cups. But also there is the reconciliation card as well. Someone from your past is returning to your life. They see you as this 10 of Cups. This is their dream come true. This is the happy, totally fulfilling, relationship on all levels. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, This is what their goal and their dream is, to have that with you. They've always seen you as the one for them, or their soulmate, and they've always wanted to be with you deep down in their heart and soul, but it's like their fears have been And it's also like the karma, you know, we all have karma. We all have things we need to learn about our true nature as a soul, and we learn that through discovering the false aspects of ourselves, the aspects of ourselves that hold us back, our limitations, our fears, our conditioning, our illusions. And so they feel very uplifted with you. They may have been, some of them may have been like trying to distract themselves from this roller coaster of emotions by going out and partying and drinking, perhaps. But now they are really wanting this reconciliation, because that we have please listen. You know, they really want you to give them a second chance. They really, you know, they're working towards giving you some kind of explanation about the past. You know, they don't want you to turn your back on them. I'm making the effort, we're aligning. So in the past, there's a sense that they weren't making the effort, or they weren't following the guidance that they were receiving from Spirit. Like Spirit was showing them guidance. They felt totally uplifted by this connection. But because of their fear, they couldn't see clearly, which is what the Seven of Swords can also mean. They can't see clearly, and so they were making some poor decisions based on that fear. They weren't paying attention to their own red flags about doing that. They weren't paying attention to their intuition, what their gut was telling them. So now I feel like they're trying to make the effort so that you can align, so you can have a reconciliation. They are really, really sorry that they disappointed you. They really weren't ready for a healthy, balanced relationship in the past. They couldn't be what you needed them to be at that time, because they have needed to learn lessons, and you may have needed this separation to learn things and heal things as well. A lot of things have been triggered up, but those things needed to really be addressed within. And so if you went through some kind of separation, that was to trigger up the emotions within that needed to be addressed and healed. Most likely to do with abandonment and rejection wounds. I'm praying this is not the end of us. There's so much I still need to say and do. This can't be the end. We are supposed to be together, please. So that, yeah, they definitely see you as their soulmate. They're wanting to communicate to you now. They're wanting to express themselves. They're hoping that you're going to give them a second chance. So let's look into these messages about how they're feeling about you right now. Guarded. They may feel that you're guarded. They know that they have been guarded, and it has led to like this wedge kind of between you, or this distance between you, because they weren't speaking their truth, and so nothing could develop as long as they were holding back. If they weren't being truthful, nothing healthy could develop. Sexual fantasy. So yeah, this is over the reconciliation as well. They have a lot of passionate fantasies about you, a lot of desire at this time. Hoping and praying. I'm praying is on the postcards as well. Yeah, they're hoping and praying for a second chance and for the reconciliation. One final message. Yeah, separation. They're hoping and praying that the separation is going to be over soon, because they want the reconciliation. They want the 10 of Cups with you, the happy relationship on all levels. They're really hoping that you are aligning, and I feel like you are, because there is the 10 of Cups which is like a conclusion card of the happy relationship. There is realigning and there is reconciliation. So check out the video that I have left in the link above this video, and also check out my other readings on my playlist, because I really feel like they can help you understand what's going on with this person, how they feel about you, and what's going to happen within your connection, because I have tons of readings on here. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the bell icon and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 4, which is the pink crystal. So how does this person truly feel about you? We're going to look into the playing cards, the oracle cards. We also have a handwritten postcard with channeled messages, and we're going to look into these messages as well. So how does this person truly feel about you at this time? There's the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the 3 of Wands, I'm sorry, I'm saying goodbye, you open me up to my sensitivity, religious factors, new love, and these channeled messages, postcards. Please love yourself more. I've not treated you right, but you still stay and hope that I would change. You need to give all that love to yourself now. I cannot align with you until you love yourself. There's been so many obstacles in our way that I couldn't see a logical way to make it work. I decided to cut my losses and move in a different direction. I still love you. Okay. So I feel as though this person at this time is moving in a different direction. But they always feel connected with you because of this religious factors card. It's saying that you have this deep spiritual bond. You are soulmates of a sort, you know. Soulmates doesn't necessarily mean that it's the person that you're meant to end up with in a relationship for the long term, but you know, it can mean that in the future. But right now I feel like this person is feeling burnt out when it comes to your connection. I feel like you've tried to make it work, or they tried to overcome their own obstacles or their blocks. They tried to heal themselves, but they just feel like it's impossible. There may be like energetic imbalance going on here. They may have been running and chasing. And this person, it's made them feel as though things just aren't working out. They don't feel as though they can live up to what you're desiring from them or what you need. And so they're cutting their losses at this time. We have, I'm sorry, and I'm saying goodbye. But you've definitely opened them up to their sensitivity. You've opened them up to their spirituality. You've helped them to see life in a different perspective, which they are very grateful for. But with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like this person was investing in your connection, whether it felt that way to you or not. But in their own way, they were investing and they were trying to work towards the future. But then it was getting too painful, it was getting too complicated, it was getting too frustrating, that this person became disheartened and burnt out. And so I feel like they have started asking themselves, is it worth me trying to force things to work or make things work? Should I keep investing in this connection, or should I place my efforts in a different direction, in a new path? And I feel like right now, they're just surrendering. They're just handing this over to the universe, which is a good thing. I know it feels like they're abandoning you, but really this person is surrendering because it all became too much for them. It all became too much of a struggle. And when things are so much of a struggle, it is showing us that we're out of alignment in some way and we need to surrender. So I feel like that is what this person is doing. But they still really, really love you. And I feel like they always will love you. And this may not be the end of things forever. This may just be a temporary separation. But I would caution you, do not wait around for this person. Do not put your life on hold. Do not live for what ifs and forget to live in the present moment. Don't keep living for the future that you forget to live right now. That's really important. So new love, I know it's hard to hear this, but I feel like some of them may be open to like dating someone else, or maybe they are already with someone else. And maybe it just feels like it's less complicated with the other person. And if it just flows easily with the other person, then those people, they are meant to be together for whatever reason. Could be for karmic reasons. Could be that they're another soulmate that's going to help them learn like positive lessons. And this is saying, don't close yourself down to new opportunities in love that may be coming your way in the future. Because we have the Three of Wands as well, which is like they were waiting for things to happen, and then I feel like they got worried. They felt like they may be waiting forever, and so they felt like things were stagnating too much. They felt like they may be missing out in other areas of their life if they keep holding on to this. And so it's like their soul was calling them to move forward, to surrender. And I don't feel like it's a bad thing, because, whatever is meant to be yours will come back to you when the time is right. And if not, then it means this person wasn't the right person for you in terms of a long-term thing. But someone else will be in the future. And their higher self is saying to you, please love yourself more. I've not treated you right, but you still stay hoping I will change. You need to give all that love to yourself now. I cannot align with you until you love yourself. So this is their higher self saying that perhaps you have based your sense of self-worth on whether they commit to you or not. You may have some childhood or inner child wounds about abandonment and rejection, and subconsciously giving away your personal power and believing your worth is determined by this other person. But now you need to give all that love back to yourself. In every way that you wanted this person to love you, you need to give that love to yourself right now. There's been so many obstacles in our way that I couldn't see a logical way to make it work. I decided to cut my losses and move in a different direction. I still love you. So let's look into these messages. How are they feeling about you at this current moment? Infinite bond. Yeah. And interestingly, I said that this religious factors card indicated that, and it's come out because I put these 4 messages over these 4 cards. Infinite bond. Yeah, so they will always love you. There is an opportunity for some of you for a reconciliation in the future, but that's only if you fully surrender this. It's not going to happen if you're holding on in any way. How are they feeling about you at this time? You're incredible. So yeah, They feel that you are amazing. They have a lot of gratitude. They have a lot of respect for you deep down in their heart, even if in the 3D they didn't treat you in that way in the past. That's to do with their own immaturity, but their heart and soul always respects you, trying to impress you. So yeah, I feel like they were wearing masks. They may have, got so caught up in trying to impress you that they lost touch with their true self. They became very ungrounded, and they may have needed to go in a new direction in order to ground them in some kind of way through different experiences. And one final message: denial. So, they may not openly be expressing these things to you. At this time, I feel they may, in the 3D, be trying to deny their feelings for you a little bit, just to try and soften the blow, because in truth, it's very painful for them and they do feel heartbroken. They may be getting into a new relationship to soften the blow as well. They may think it's new love, but they may, be in denial in the future. That won't be for everyone, but for some it will be. So please check out the video that I share, that I've put a link to above this video. Please check out my other readings or my playlists. I have tons on here to do with soul connections, how this person's feeling about you, what's going to happen. And please subscribe to my channel, click on the bell icon and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 5, which is the purple stone. So this reading is, how does this person truly feel about you at this time? So we're going to look into the playing cards, the oracle cards, and we have some written postcards with channeled messages, and we're also going to look into these messages as well. So how does this person truly feel about you at this time? There's the 6 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, thank you, I screwed up, I feel insecure, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And then we have these 2 channeled messages postcards. I'm sorry I hid parts of myself and my life from you. I was scared of disappointing and losing you. I didn't feel ready to step up into my truth. I was trying to stay hidden. I wish I knew how to heal our connection so we can be together. I've tried to heal, but I don't know what I'm doing or if it's working. So this person is feeling regret. They feel like they screwed up in some way to do with their insecurities. It may be to do with money. They may base their sense of self-worth on their finances and their career and their success or lack of success, because financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And we started off with the 6 of Pentacles as well. So this person, they want to be extremely generous with you. They may have some traditional ideas about being a good provider is about having finances. This isn't going to be for everyone, but I'm hearing from Spirit that some of you viewers have children, and they want to be in a financially secure place. If they enter a relationship with you and they take on part responsibility for your children, this could also mean that they see you as someone that's been very, very generous with them. Or maybe with the Six of Pentacles, they were giving a lot of their time and energy to someone else, or it could be to their career, Doesn't necessarily mean someone else. There is a 3 here. It could be a third-party situation. This is the 3 of Swords. This is the heartbreak card. And I screwed up because they felt insecure. So they could have either, been giving all of their time and energy to someone else, or I'm feeling their career. Because they were afraid of being open and vulnerable. They hid parts of themselves and their life from you because they were scared of disappointing and losing you. So they didn't feel good enough. They felt like if they came towards you at that time, then they wouldn't be the best version of themselves, or they wouldn't be good enough for you, and you'd end up abandoning them and walking away from them. And they felt very insecure of that. But ironically, them not stepping up is what's led to you walking away in some of your circumstances. So this person has a lot of self-esteem issues. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And they have, I wish I knew how to heal our connection so we can be together. I've tried to heal, but I don't know what I'm doing or if it's working. So this person may be caught up in the matrix. They may have difficulties when it comes to looking into their intuition. Because the 3 of Swords, that normally shows us the heart being pierced by the swords. Swords are about mind and perception, so it's about the head and the heart. It's like those swords are piercing the heart. It's like their thoughts, their conditioning, their illusions are getting in the way of their heart opening, so they can't see clearly what their intuition is telling them, or they can't feel clearly what their intuition is telling them, because it's like their mind being in their head is blocking them. Logic is dampening out their intuition. So I feel like this person has had trust issues, or they haven't been able to fully feel this connection in such a deep level, because they've been too much in their mind, they've been too much in the matrix, they've been too much in their career or something like that, because their heart was blocked. To me, the heart is the gateway to the soul's intuition. And they felt insecure because they basically didn't know how to trust, because their heart needs to awaken more. They need to release their own blocks. But they definitely see you as the 10 of Cups. Their dream come true, the person that they would ideally be with. They hold you dear in their heart. But this separation is happening right now because they need to love themselves first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. To me, it's about the law of attraction. If we aren't in the love vibration within ourselves, then we cannot give and receive love. If we don't know our worth, we can't allow someone who's truly worthy in. So let's look into these messages. How are they feeling about you at this time? Fear of rejection, which is what I was just talking about. So a severe fear of rejection is what held them back. They buried their head in the sand. They tried to distract themselves with other things or other people because they didn't, you know, if we feel like we're going to get heartbroken or something's not going to work out, or if we have goals and dreams but then we feel like we're never going to achieve them, we can subconsciously procrastinate. We can subconsciously convince ourselves that we don't need those things, or we can try and seek out instant gratification in other areas to try and be like, oh, convince ourselves, oh, I want that other thing instead, to try and soften the blow of this deep down fear that we're not going to have what we truly want. I feel that's what's been going on with this person. Jealous. For some of you, maybe their jealousy that caused them to screw up in some kind of way. Maybe they felt insecure, so they felt like they had to compete for your attention, but maybe they competed in like over the top ways where they were just wearing a mask or being immature or something like that. Or maybe they tried to make you jealous and it just went wrong, you know, it wasn't the right way of going about things. Denial of the infinite bond. So yeah, they couldn't see things clearly in the past. They couldn't feel this connection because their heart was blocked. They were looking in different directions, and they know now that that's how they screwed up, because now that they're really feeling that it is an infinite bond. Maybe they needed to learn a lesson of separation to realize that the bond is infinite, and realize how they were taking you for granted or something like that. So please check out the video. I've left in the link, or I will leave in the link above this video. And please check out my other videos. I have tons on here about soul connections, how this person's feeling, what's going to happen between you, and all things like that. And please subscribe to my channel, tap the bell icon and turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye. So this is set of cards number 6, which is the orange selenite sphere. So how does this person truly feel about you? We're going to look into the playing cards. We have the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. We're going to look into these postcards which have handwritten channeled messages on, and then we're going to look into these messages as well. So how does this person truly feel about you at this time? There's the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups. You make me feel naked. I want to share my feelings with you. What does she think of me? Getting to know each other. Engagement. And this channeled message. I just feel so intimidated by our connection. It's so intense. You see right into me, into all the parts of myself I've tried to hide for so long. I wish I felt braver. I don't feel good enough when I run. That's really interesting because the You Make Me Feel Naked card came out as well. I pray that the universe will bring us back together again. I just want all the obstacles to fall away so we can unite. I feel very down about our separation. So how does this person feel about you? They're wanting a reconciliation. This engagement card says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So they want to re-engage with you, re-engage in this connection, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So this person wants heart-to-heart conversations. They really want to get close to you. They really want to make things real. But the problem is they've just felt incredibly intimidated by this connection because they've never felt this deeply about anyone before. And this person is worried very, very much about what you think of them. And so they're hiding themselves. They may have been trying to impress you by wearing masks. There's a 7 of Cups. This person has had a tendency to keep this connection up in the air. This person feels much more safer, daydreaming and fantasizing and having their head in the clouds when it comes to your connection. But this person has had a reluctance, I feel, to really ground things, or they really just haven't known how to ground things. I feel like this person has a fear of looking inwards because they're not loving themselves. So they're trying to avoid parts of themselves. They're in denial about certain aspects of themselves that they don't love or they don't approve of. And so when I read this, I just want all the obstacles to fall away so we can unite. I'm feeling like this person may be trying to cut corners and avoid doing the healing work, but that's actually what's keeping you apart. And because they're not in a love vibration, therefore they cannot align with receiving and giving love in a healthy way. There's a 5 of Pentacles. So if this person has been up in the cloud, their head up in the clouds and keeping your connection kind of like, you know, a fantasy or not fully grounded, you know, if they gave you false promises or something like that, maybe you walked away from them. But this person's feeling like you've left them out in the cold, but they also know that they've been leaving you out in the cold. They feel, and that's because they feel in general that they are an outsider. They don't feel good enough. This card traditionally shows the 2 homeless people, like it's an adult and a child, so it's like their inner child as well. They're out in the cold, in the bad weather. They're like homeless, and they're wearing like rags. And then up these steps, there's like a building with a stained glass window made out of the 5 Pentacles, and it looks like all warm and abundant and inside that building. So they're seeing you deep down as out of their league. They see you as above them. It's like you're up those steps. You're that building that has all, what's the word, all the abundance or the wealth, you know, not necessarily to do with finances, but they, you know, they've really put you on a pedestal. They feel like they're really going through the dark night of the soul. They're going through struggles. They're struggling to know how to love themselves. So they've been trying to hide themselves away. I'm getting like the story of Aladdin. You know how he tries to pretend. He gets the genie to kind of make him appear to be a prince so he can impress Princess Jasmine. But, you know, she's really upset because he lied to her. She just needed him to be his true self. So I feel like that's the kind of scenario that's going on here. Like this person feels like they have to impress you. But ultimately that's just creating a wedge between you because they're not being their true, authentic self. So I feel like you may have walked away because they were just procrastinating and going in circles and things weren't going anywhere. And so they have the 5 of Cups. They're currently feeling like there's been a loss. They're praying that it's not like the complete ending of your connection. They're hoping that there's still going to be a reconciliation between you. Yeah, you make me feel naked. I want to share my feelings with you. That, you know, that their higher self really wants you to know that they've always wanted to share their feelings with you, but what's been holding them back from doing so is they've been really preoccupied with what you think of them. And that kind of feels like a life or death situation to them. Because it's like they're just convinced that you're not truly going to love the real them. But they do want this closeness. They do want to reach out. They do want to have this engagement. You know, they may literally be dreaming and fantasizing about being with you in terms of marriage in the future. But I still feel like this person's holding back. You know, they're wanting these things, they're feeling these things, but they still have this fear. So let's look into these messages about how they're feeling about you at this time. Intimidated. I just feel so intimidated. So yeah, and you make me feel naked. So that is a really strong energy coming from them. That's the only thing that's holding them back. It's not because they don't love you. It's because they're so worried about what you think of them. Infinite bond. So they see you as their soulmate or their twin flame. They feel that you do share this infinite bond, and that's why it's so intense. They've put so much pressure on themselves. I feel it is because you've shared so many lifetimes together. They know that you are extremely significant to them. They don't want to mess things up. They kind of have this neurotic nature to them. But the more they worry about things, the more they kind of do overcomplicate things. Heart on. So this is like a hard on, but from the heart. It's like they feel so much love for you that they feel aroused from thinking of you in a loving way. So they're having a lot of desires. And one final message, crushed. They're crushed about this separation. They've always been really, really panicked and scared of you crushing them if you rejected them. But, you know, it's like their own doubts are their own worst enemy is what I'm feeling. So please check out the video that I'll leave above this video. Check out my playlist, look at my other readings. I have tons on here about how this person feels about you, what's going on in your connection, what's going to happen, and all things like that. So go check those out, and please subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading, which at this time is about every other day. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.